Welcome, everyone. It's time now for 12 and under Little League Baseball from the 12 and under Illinois State Tournament. We're in Peru, Illinois, just south of Interstate 80. That means Interstate 80, Josh, is far northern Illinois, right?
More northern than Olney.
Yeah, more northern than some of us would like to be. But nonetheless, along the Illinois River, we're in Peru today. The other tournament sites are, as we mentioned yesterday, in Oglesby and also over in Utica. That's where we'll be tomorrow evening, and then back here for our final, well, we'll just call it pool play game, although it's not necessarily actual pool play. But our final game before the finals will then be Tuesday back here at Peru. But I want to thank our big sponsors, Mark Weiler and Josh Brown here, on behalf of Drew and Taryn Bunting. Of course, we appreciate their support, what they do, and of course all the sponsors for making it possible here on Olney Sports Broadcasting on YouTube. The Olney Little Leaguers really need a victory here today. Josh, we have a couple of, well, actually four teams already 2-0 undefeated coming in to today's action, and Olney needs to pick up a victory here today.
Yeah, it's really an important day. You never want to say it's a must-win on your second day of the tournament, but it's as close as that they really want to have to face. You know, you looked at it. There's four teams 2-0 already. River Forest, we played yesterday morning. They picked up an extra inning win just before us, so they've got 2 wins already. They did lose one yesterday, so they're still sitting 2 games in the win column ahead of where we're at so far. And that doesn't count the other team that's 1-0 that they'll play later today. There's a couple of other 1-1 teams that'll play today, so there's going to be some shaking out, and we'll kind of have a little bit better idea of kind of the route that needs to take place after today.
Yeah, and we, of course, apologize for a little bit of a late start because of that extra inning game, and they even started their 9 o'clock game early, so it went about 10 or 15 minutes late, and River Forest was ahead 5-1 going into the bottom of the 6th. One of our old nemesis from years past, Beardstown, or Sterling County, Brown County, Sterling, they picked up 4 runs to tie it, and actually then it went into extra innings and scored in the top of the 6th or 7th inning, and River Forest held off Beardstown to pick up the 1-run win.
And if my memory serves, so don't quote me on this, my memory gets spotty at times. I think Beardstown had the winning run on base in that bottom of the 6th inning. Mm-hmm. It had really kind of threatened, and River Forest kind of piecemealed together with their pitching to get them into that 7th inning. And talking to a bunch of the Olney folks back here, we're like, we got to that 7th inning, and everybody goes, I wonder what the extra inning rule will be like. And they went kind of the international rule a little bit. You'll see it in Major League Baseball now. They call it the Manfred man. They put the runner on second base, no outs, and they start the inning. And River Forest got him across on a play that I know the right fielder for Beardstown's going to have in his nightmares. Kind of took a step in, the ball carried a little bit farther than he was expecting, and it just got over his head, and that ended up being the play that won him the game.
Yep, yeah, it was a good game, entertaining game. But here the Olney All-Stars getting set to take on the Beardstown squad from District 17. They picked up a couple of wins yesterday. They defeated Mendota by the score of 7-0. And then one game later, they defeated Geneva by the score of 12-0. So they've not allowed a run so far in the tournament, but we'll see what Olney can do about that. Tough loss, of course, for the Olney All-Stars yesterday. But the head coaches are meeting at home plate with the umpires, going over some of the logistics of the field. We have the diamond that faces towards yesterday I told you south is actually east-southeast towards that direction. You got a wind that's blowing in from the right field, basically, somewhat right to home, maybe right to third base. It's kind of bouncing around a little bit, only about 5 to 10 miles per hour, not really enough to affect anything.
Just enough to make it pretty for those people that like to see the flags just blowing a little bit.
And for those who don't like the humidity as well.
True.
But a cloudy sky right now. I had a little bit of sunshine earlier, but cloudy right now. And temperature reading right at 80 degrees. So we're getting set to go. It's 200 feet exactly down the left field foul pole. About 190 we estimate due to center, and no sign there, and 185 down the right field line. So pretty symmetrical park, although small when you're used to bigger parks.
And those of you watching on YouTube right now, the mount of the camera where we have right now is right on the, even with the foul pole and right field, and there's a big fence. You can kind of see it a little bit. You can see the flags. They're about 3/4 of the way up the fence. It's a big, tall one. So even though it's 185, you still got to get it in the air to get it out.
Again, we say a big thanks to all our sponsors, not only who helped Drew at the district tournament in Robinson, as Olney picked up, of course, big wins there in a district championship, but now that the extra sponsors to help us make the trip. We appreciate everyone who stepped forward, not only for the 12-year-olds, but also for the 11s and the 10s who also are up in this area, also playing in their respective state tournaments here this weekend as well. Let's go ahead and start checking our lineups for the Olney All-Stars, coached by Bo Madden, Asika Mitchell, and Justin Willey from District 1, which is basically all of Southern Illinois. Leading off in center field will be number 12, Adler Widener. Batting second at short will be Miller Madden, wearing number 9. Mason Hatton today will be at third base, wears number 4. Hitting fourth, catching, wearing number 5, Curtis Halchin. Pitching, Archer Laughlin, wearing number 8. Lucas Mitchell in uniform number 10 will be at second base. He will bat sixth. Batting seventh will be Bodie Krimikel, wearing number 6. In left field, batting next, Rhett Easton, wearing number 2. Then Ledger Breeden, wearing number 1. Followed by Marshall Weber at first base today, wearing number 11. And batting 11th will be David Fleming, wearing number 3. And he is in right field. The Olney All-Stars will play the rest of this tournament without the services of Emmett Coker due to some previous family plans. So that's the lineup for the Olney and Richland County All-Stars.
Yeah, and losing Emmett Coker is going to hurt. I mean, he kind of, the old term in baseball that they use now is they shove. Sometimes they just kind of like, it's not my best day, but I gave it everything I had, and I got it as far as I could. He did that yesterday, and he pitched as well as he could, kept him in the game, only allowed the 1 run through his 4 innings. But the part that's really going to hurt is his third base. He has been nails at third base. He's been really solid, smart kid, hard worker, and is a really valuable piece over at third. And not that other guys can't get over there, but when you kind of lose somebody who's been kind of your staple over at a position, you have to kind of maneuver things a little bit.
Yeah. Well, checking the lineup for the home team in this game will be Burbank. They will lead off with Blake Zaragoza in catching. Batting second in center field will be Raiden Soto. Pitching, batting third, Mark Mendez. Batting fourth at third base will be Clark Gardunio. Batting in the fifth slot in right field, Alexandro Rubalcaba. Batting next at second base, Alonzo Vassell Sr. Batting at shortstop, or playing at shortstop, batting next, Mario Diaz, Then it's Alexander Winters in left field. Matthew Szerzinski will hit next. And followed by the final 3 batters for Burbank America will be Dorian Sandate, Marco Benelis, who is at first base, followed by Alfredo Baez Jr. They are coached by Matt Kopp with Matthew Borowski and Jason Gustafson also as coaches on the bench. They come in at 2-0, Olney at 0-1, in need of a victory here this, soon-to-be afternoon. As Burbank takes the field, they're in their gray uniforms. On the arms, they have the red, white, and blue, of course, sleeves, and dual mix hat. White in the front, red in the back. So they're a red, white, and blue team. While the Olney All-Stars, of course, with their orange jerseys, black pants, and black lettering and numbers with the black hat and orange O. So we're just about set to go as Burbank completes their warm-ups in the field. As we mentioned, pitching will be Mendez, right-handed pitcher. And he'll face Widener, Madden, and Hatton to start off with.
Yeah, so shuffle the lineup up a little bit. Again, as I mentioned, not having Emmett kind of maybe tweaks how they maybe want to put some people in different parts of the lineup. But I think being the visitors could be a big advantage here, Mark, in a sense, if they can kind of get the bats rattled a little bit. They put 22 out of 25 at-bats in play yesterday, and you got to tip your cap to River Forest. They didn't bobble any of them. Usually at this level, you might get one or two that you can steal a run on.
Yeah, they really had good defense. So Widener will step in from the left side. Where's number 12? First pitch in at the knees for a called strike one. Widener leading off 4 of the Olney All-Stars. And the next pitch for Mendez, swing and a miss, strike 2. Looked like he took a little off, low outside. Yesterday's game, Adler hit the ball well, but 0 for 3 at the plate. And he awaits the 0-2 pitch, steps away from an inside low, ball 1. Only 5 hits in yesterday's game for the All-Stars, scoring 2 runs, stranding 5 in the game. Widener takes ball 2 low. It's an even count. River Forest in that 3-2 win had their 3 runs and only 3 hits, but they stranded 10 runners on base. And the 2-2 pitch. Inside low, ball 3. Good at bat for Widener.
And one thing we didn't see a whole lot yesterday, Mark, deep into the count for an Olney hitter. Not that they were swinging at bad pitches. They just put them in play early.
Yeah, they did a lot of first pitch swinging. So full count pitch. Ooh, as it caught right at the knees, the strike zone for strike 3. And there's one away with Madden coming to the plate. Miller wins number 9. He's a shortstop for Olney. Left-handed stick again. He'll step in. First pitch from Mendez. Strike 1 called. While the 10 and under All-Stars have today off, or actually not off, they play later this afternoon, I should say. There's a foul ball, strike 2, and an 0-2 count to Madden. The 11 and under squad playing up in Hinsdale as we speak. They have an 11 o'clock game. Coach McDowell and the crew played 2 games yesterday, won 1 and lost 1. And here's the 0-2 delivery. High, ball 1. The 10 and under squad picked up a win in their game yesterday. So they're 1-0 in the 10 and under state tournament at Blue Island. And there's a strike 3 called. A little bit of a flinch by Madden. And it was a little high, but strikeout number 2 for Mendez. And it brings in Hatton. He'll step around from the right side. Mason at third base in this game, played first in yesterday's game. And the first pitch on the way, right down towards us. Foul ball, strike 1.
I was right on it, Mark. I was ready to field it. The fence got in the way.
For some reason, the fence got in the way. You know, Mason's one of those players that just, you can put him about anywhere.
Yeah, well, the thing is, he's been a big catcher most of his baseball career, and he's shown he can play a couple different positions.
Yeah. Strike 2 called. Mendez is throwing his strikes. And he's been ahead in all the counts. Now Hatton will have to guard the plate. Bases empty. 2 away, top of the first, no score. And an 0-2 delivery. And he steps away from an inside pitch for ball 1.
You know, Mason's been, whenever he moved to first base for this all-star group, did a pretty good job over there. Not having Emmett, that's where some of your maneuvering goes around. They put him at third, see if the soft hands help.
And a half swing, but it was a strike anyway. Mendez strikes out the side. Olney goes in order. 3 up, 3 down. Go to the bottom of the first. No score. Back here to Peru, Illinois, the 12 and under Illinois State Little League Tournament on Olney Sports Broadcasting on YouTube. We'll welcome you in. Let's check the lineup as we went through it earlier for this Burbank American team. Blake Zaragoza will lead off. He is their catcher. Then Raiden Soto in center field bats second. And Mark Mendez pitching will bat third, followed by Clark Gardunia, and he will hit in that fourth slot should anyone reach. He is their third baseman. The only defense has Rhett Easton in left, Adler Widener in center, David Fleming in right, Mason Hatton at third, Miller Madden at short, Lucas Mitchell at second, Marshall Weber getting the call for first base, Curtis Houchin catching, and Archer Laughlin on the mound. Right-handed pitcher. He'll face Zaragoza. He'll step in from the right side. And the first pitch outside for ball one. They're playing pretty well straight away, as most of the defense sets up that way for these Little Leaguers, at least for the first time through the lineup. And ball two misses high. Pitching is a key here, Josh. We talked about this last night in the hotel room. Now an inside pitch for 3-0. We really have to have some good pitching today with that 0-1 record.
Yeah, and so kind of looking through some of the pitch count stuff, 20 pitches or less, and they can come back the next day. So Lucas Mitchell, Adler Widener, they still have pitches. If they need them, desperate situation, need them to come in today, they are available.
Well, there's a tough walk, 4-pitch walk. Zaragoza will be at first base. Brings in Raiden Soto. He is their center fielder, and he hits from the left side. Laughlin will check the runner. The pitch is high for ball one.
Important bat here, I think, here for Archer, just more mentally, just to see the ball get a strike call and kind of settle in here early.
Yep. And the 1-0 pitch is a bit outside for ball two. Had the same home plate umpire, same base umpire that we had in the first game prior. There's a strike in right at the letters, and it brings it to a 2-1 strike count. So the number 2 hitter for Burbank, America. Mark Mendez, their pitcher, is on deck. Next pitch, strike at the knees, and a 2-2 count. Got to get the team to swing their bats.
Yeah, and that's just how quick an inning can kind of maybe turn here. Archer was down 2-0, comes back, gets this guy out, then you're right back in it.
And he does. A swing and a miss. Took a little off. And a strikeout on Soto. So one away. Mark Mendez checking in. Pitcher, right-handed, throwing and hitting. And Laughlin will look in, get his signal from his battery mate, Curtis Houchin. First pitch is a shot in the left field. That's down the line, fair, all the way to the fence. Runner will round second. He'll come to third. They're going to send him home. The relay will not be made. They'll throw behind the runner, but safe at second will be Mendez after the RBI single. Or double, I should say. And he really got a hold of that one. And ripped it down pretty close to the line in left field.
Yeah, it was pretty heads-up base running there for Burbank. They were kind of taking off on it. They kind of better read kind of where their dugout is, where the third base coach is at, a little better read on it than we are on this first base line. They were taking off and running, and Olney didn't have a shot at getting him out of home plate.
Here's a cleanup hitter. He fouls the first pitch out of play. It's Clark Gardunia, right-handed hitter. He's their third baseman. Ribalcaba, the right fielder, Alexandro, is on deck. So one away, runner at second, 1-0 lead for Burbank. Laughlin, the 0-1 curveball stays high and evens the count at 1-1. We missed a couple of players yesterday's game in our bio sheets. We'll try to catch up on those here today. There's a ground ball to third, one hop play for Hatton. Throws the runner out at first, looks the runner back. He'll stay at second, 2 away now. Gardunio draws the 5-4 putout.
So
Alejandro Rubalcaba steps in.
kind of a thing to keep in mind here. Mason, not a traditional third baseman, but did a really good job fielding it cleanly and looked the runner back to second before he fired it across the diamond. A heads-up play. You can tell somebody who's watched a lot of baseball, albeit we'll watch a lot of Cubs baseball, but we'll let that one slide.
So Rubalcaba will step in. And the first pitch from Laughlin inside for ball one. They have a courtesy runner at second. Mendez, the pitcher, of course, can be ran for, so he'll go to the dugout. The young man who just grounded out, Gardunio, will be at second. Now the wild pitch. Gardunio will move down to third base. Featuring Marshall Weber in this half inning, 12-year-old, son of Jake and Mandy Weber. Joe and Linda Collins, grandparents, along with Julia Weber, Pat Rafferty, and Alan Weber. Next pitch is grounded to short, through into center field. That got past Miller Madden to his left. And that'll score another run. Coming across will be Gardunio. A 2-0 lead, Burbank.
And that one's tough. Miller kind of played that one to his side, and you know, that's when he has back. That's when he makes about 9.9 times out of 10.
Senior will step in. Alonzo's their second baseman. First pitch, ball one. Runner at first, two away. 2-0 lead, Burbank. Bottom of the first. Next pitch, outside, ball two. Featuring Marshall Weber in this half inning. Favorite color is red, likes mac and cheese. Cubs' favorite team, his favorite athlete out of soccer, Lionel Messi. And there's ball three that misses low. Favorite subject in school, social studies. Future career, he'd like to be a teacher. There you go, Josh, following after you. That's Marshall Weber, our featured bio of an Olney All-Star. And another pitch high out of the zone for a ball. And that'll put runners at first and second for 2 outs. And it'll bring in the number 7 hitter. And that'll be Mario Diaz, the shortstop.
And again, Mark, for the second straight game in a row, a 20-plus pitch inning for the only starter to start the game. That one's going to be tough.
Yep. Unless you can make it up down the road. Diaz will hit from the right side. 2 on, 2 out. And strike one called to Diaz. Good pitch by Laughlin. He stands up, pitches off the stretch. You do one or the other. And the next pitch stays high, ball one, a 1-1 count. Remember, Little League Baseball, you can't leave the base that you occupy until the ball is past the batter or past the plate in actuality. Ball two, high inside, and a 2-1 count. A little sultry here today, more so than yesterday. And the next pitch just outside. That couldn't have missed by much.
That was a good, really good pitch for Archer on that last one.
This Burbank team, well disciplined. They're kind of setting back. The 3-1 pitch is a swing and a miss for strike two. And the count goes full. Number 8 hitter Alexandro Winters is on deck. Diaz is shortstop. Awaits the 3-2 payoff and just outside for ball 4. So that'll load up the bases. Rubalcaba moves to third. Bellassenior is at second and Diaz is at first. And brings in Winters, a left fielder, a left-handed hitter. First pitch from Laughlin on the way. Swing and a miss for strike one. Like he's way ahead of that one.
It was kind of surprising. Archer kind of throws hard, deceptively hard, especially for a littler frame.
0-1, called strike two. Now he'll force the issue. Well, you love getting ahead in the count. It's what pitching is about. Now you're in charge, and Laughlin with the 0-2 delivery. Swing and a miss, he struck him out. So 2 runs for Burbank America on a couple of hits. 3 walks. They stranded 3 with the bases loaded. And we played 1. It's Burbank, America, leading Olney 2-0. Back to Olney Little League Baseball here at the Illinois 12 and Under State Tournament for the Olney All-Stars. It will be the 4, 5, and 6 hitters due up here in the top of the second. Houchin, Laughlin, Mitchell. Back on the mound is Mark Mendez. Struck out the first 3 he faced in this game. The first pitch is over but low, ball 1. Houchin, catcher for Olney, wears number 5, right-handed hitter. And he'll step back in, await the 1-0 pitch. Swing and a foul tip, way ahead of that one. Count evens up at 1-1. Houchin 1 for 2 in yesterday's game, had a single and was stranded. And a well-hit ball with that hit yesterday. He awaits the 1-1 pitch. Strike, 2 called right at the belt. He's in the hole now at 1-2. This half inning featuring Lucas Mitchell as our bio sheet player. And strike 3 is called. Boy, that was a low strike, but nonetheless, a strike at that. Houchin down watching. 1 away. And it brings in Archer Laughlin.
See if Archer can kind of get the offense going a little bit, help his own cause out here.
Laughlin was hitless in yesterday's game. Base is empty, 1 away here in the top of the second. And a first pitch high, ball 1. Lucas Mitchell, nickname is Luke. He's 12, son of Aaron and Mysika Mitchell. Grandparents are Steve and Tammy Mitchell. Siblings include Isabel and Braden. And ball 1 misses low. A 1-1 count to Laughlin. Pink is Lucas's favorite color. Favorite food is steak. Southern Smoke Baseball, favorite team. Favorite player, Ryan Williams, who is a wide receiver for the Crimson Tide. Favorite subject in school, PE, and he'd like to be a Major League Baseball player as his future career. Foul ball off. Now a 1-2 count to Laughlin. Mendez, next pitch, just outside. Boy, the catcher really held that a little extra, wanting to call.
I don't blame him. I mean, we're down the line here. That looked like a really good pitch.
Yeah. So Laughlin will stay in. Base is empty, 1 away here in the second. Swing and a miss for strike 2. Now the count goes full.
Not a bad idea there for Archer. Kind of in the zone and the spot he wanted to swing at that when you're way ahead at 3-1. You got to take your chance at hitting one that's probably going to be your best pitch to hit.
Yep. And the payoff pitch for Mendez. Swing and a miss, kind of a late cut. Laughlin down on strikes. Mendez has retired 5 in a row via the strikeout route.
Number 10, Lucas Mitchell.
And it brings up Lucas Mitchell. Lucas will hit with the bases empty. Another right-handed stick for Olney. First pitch at the knees for strike 1. Like the message in the dugout is probably he's throwing strikes. Swing, then bats. And there's a swing, a good cut. And a miss. That is strike two. Mitchell, a second baseman for Olney. And the 0-2 from Mendez. Swing and a miss, strike three. Struck him out. 3 up, 3 down. He's retired 6 in a row. We played an inning and a half. Burbank America comes to the plate. They lead it 2-0. Back here to Little League Baseball, Olney going to new pitcher as they put Lucas Mitchell into the game. And he will become the new pitcher for Olney.
Number 9.
Adler Widener will move in from left field to second base. Laughlin will move to center field and play there.
And
The rest of the defense stays the same.
And this is pitch count concerns, Mark. They're just trying to preserve their pitching for the rest of this tournament. And, you know, they're wanting to bring Archer back. If he had got to a certain point, if he got to past the 50-pitch mark, he wouldn't have been able to pitch the rest of the week.
And at the plate, their number 9 hitter, Matthew Sierzinkowski. A non-player in the field, but he's getting at bat. He swung and missed the first one, fouled the second one out of play. And Mitchell has him set up. Next pitch low, though, in the dirt for ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strike count to Sierzinkowski. Wet on deck, I should say, is Sandate Dorian. And the next pitch high for ball 2. 2-2 count. Two runs on a hit and an error in the first inning for Burbank. As we're in the bottom of the second inning, full count for Sierzinkowski. And there's ball 4 low. He draws the leadoff walk.
The free bases have come back to hurt Olney the last few days. I think they walked close to 5 or 6 guys yesterday. It's already the third walk today, and one that or fourth walk today, and definitely one you would have wanted to have back on a plate of shortstop back in that first inning.
And up to the plate now for Burbank America is Dorian Sandate, non-player in the field. He hits from the right side. And it takes strike 1 after ball 1 and a 1-1 count.
Big stretch here for Lucas Mitchell. A few throws. I think he can only pitch 2 days in a row, I believe, on 20 pitches or less. So you're going to use him to try to stem the tide here. And then you still got some guys tomorrow that could throw and give you some innings tomorrow. So you're hoping he can give you a good run here today.
Yeah, and another good reason bringing him in here, he's pitching to the lower part of the lineup. Foul ball out of play. It's an 0-2 count to Sandate. On deck is Marco Benolis, who is the first baseman. The number 12 hitter in the hole, Alfredo Baez.
The other thing, though, Mark, the bottom of the orders, I don't think are as much here at this level. It was the 12 hitter that hit the game winner for River Forest earlier today.
True. Next delivery high, ball 1. So Mitchell in pitching for Olney. And his next delivery is fouled out of play. And the count stays with 2 strikes. They still have Mason Hatton at third, Miller Madden at shortstop, Marshall Weber still at first, Haltrin still catching with Easton and Fleming and left and right respectively. There's a deep fly into left center, and that hits the top of the fence, bounces back into play, fielded quickly back in. That'll be a double. Fans out in the outfield are claiming it should be a home run, but it bounced back into play.
I mean, really, as long as it hits the yellow and doesn't go over, but I'm not for sure that exact rule, Mark. I think if it hits the yellow, it's still in play.
Yeah.
It's got to go over it.
Anyway, coaches Matt Kopp and Matthew Borowski are questioning the umpires. We'll see what the result is. I think it's going to stay as it is, quite frankly. Ball's in play. So it'll be a double. Stopping at third base will be Szynski. Now stepping in, left-handed hitter Marco Benulis.
Number 2, Marco Benuelos.
So second and third with no one out. First pitch is strike. Benulis takes the next pitch low, gets away, but no room for advancement. Runners will still be at second and third.
I will say this: if I'm wearing Burbank American colors, do I try to go and get that one as a home run? 100% do I try to get that call. But you got to tip your cap to the officials, the umpires here. They made the call and they stuck with it.
Yeah. And to me, that's the right call. It bounced back in. I mean, it's got to go over the fence to be otherwise. There's a swing and a miss for strike 2. And now a 2-2 count to the number 11 hitter, Marco Benulis. On deck is Alfredo Baez, their number 12 hitter. Mitchell's next pitch, swing and a miss. Struck him out. Good pitch, just what the doctor ordered. One away. Runners still at second and third. It brings in Baez. On deck will be their leadoff hitter, Zaragoza. First pitch is a strike. Right at the knees, right-handed hitter. And now a swing and a miss for strike 2. And he's in the hole with a no-ball, 2-strike count. Pitch is outside low, ball 2. Mitchell is second pitcher of this game for Olney here in the second inning. Ground ball to third. Hatton bobbles it, and everybody will be safe. A run will score, although the runner at second will stay there. That's Sandate. Baez will reach on the error. Runners will be at first and second. Szynski scores. It's now a 3-0 lead for Burbank. So still 2 out, or rather 2 on and 1 out here in the bottom of this second inning. First pitch is a ball. Leadoff hitter Blake Zaragoza walked and scored in his first at bat. He's Burbank's catcher. Low, ball 2. And a 2-0 delivery. Well-groomed field. You can tell it drains well by the slope. Grass is cut just right. Deadens the ball at some times, but not so others. Now the ball gets between the legs and back to the screen, but no advancement. Again, not much room, Josh, between home plate and that back screen.
No, but you have seen batters or base runners, if their head's up on it, they're moving on on those pitches.
And a foul ball out of play. That will bring the count full at 3-2. Olney All-Stars here in the 12-year-old and under tournament will be back in action tomorrow evening at 5:45. We'll have it for you here on the Olney Sports Broadcasting YouTube channel. Another pitch fouled out of play. Count stays full, 3-2. 5:45 tomorrow evening. We'll change sites. We'll be over in Utica as the Illinois Valley Little League is hosting this state tournament. And a ground ball to Hatton. He'll field it on one hop, and he throws it over in time for the putout. That retires Burbank America, but not before they add a run on a hit, also a walk. 2 men stranded. And we will go to the top of the third inning, Olney to the plate. 3-0 lead for Burbank. Back to Olney All-Star Little League Baseball from Peru, Illinois. As the last play that ended the second inning was actually a 5-man assisted 3-double play by Hatton, who stepped on the bag and threw over to first for the double play to end the second inning. So a run scored on that lone hit for Burbank. 3-0 lead for the Olney All-Stars. They'll come to the plate here in the top of the third inning. And it will be their 7, 8, 9 hitters to the plate. Kermical, Easton, and Breeden. Weber then, if anyone should reach base. As we mentioned earlier, the 11-year-olds with a tough loss in their tournament yesterday. In their first game at Westmount, they lost to Ottawa 13-3. Came back, though, with a win last night, 9-8 over Huntley, Illinois. The 12-year-olds are currently in Hinsdale playing Clear Ridge, a game that started at 11. At last check, they were behind 4-2 going into the second inning. First pitch is a called strike one to Bodie Kermical. Had a good day at the plate yesterday, to say the least.
2 for
There's
2, a single and a 2-run home run.
Yeah, that's not too shabby. Swings and misses at strike two. And the 0-2 count. Swing, check swing, gets away from the catcher. He'll run to first and beat it out. So it'll be ruled a strikeout. That'll be the 7th of the game for Mendez. The pass ball gets away, and Kermical will reach at first. First base runner for Olney. And it brings in Rhett Easton.
That could just be what Olney needs, just to see a base runner on and then just try to put some action, force some action here.
First pitch swing there by Easton from the right side is strike one. Breeden is on deck. And the next pitch is high, back to the screen. It bounces all the way out into play in front of home plate. But Kermical stays put at first base.
Had a hard time reading if the catcher was going to pounce on that when it got past him. Probably enough for Bodie to have a shot, but it was hard to get a read on the catcher.
So Easton will step back in. Runner at first, nobody out here in the third. Outside, ball two. 2 balls, 1 strike count. To the only left fielder, Rhett Easton. Swing and a miss for strike two. Count now evens up at 2-2.
May have been close to ball 3, but upper part of the zone, he saw one he thought he liked and let it fly. And if he gets a hold of that one, it could have flew a long ways.
Yeah. The ball 3 misses outside, so the count will go full. Rhett was 0 for 1 in yesterday's game, although had a 2-out walk and was stranded in the contest. He awaits a full count pitch. And it's outside low, ball 4.
There you go. Get some action now against Burbank American. See if you can start to manufacture some offense here, especially with the bottom part of the order that really kind of started the rally yesterday against River Forest in that 6th inning.
Head coach Matt Kopp will come out of the dugout, wants to talk to his pitcher and catcher. He waves off the infielders. So they're talking things over. The 10 and under All-Stars picked up a big win yesterday as they were playing in Blue Island, as they defeated South Holland by the score of 11-1. Head coach Austin Buzzard and the crew will be in action this afternoon at 1:30. He'll take on Brookfield. Wish him the best of luck. They'll play again then Monday at 2:30. Have a day off on Tuesday of next week. And play Ottawa then next Wednesday night. But best of luck to the 10 and U squad. First pitch in is a called strike 1. Now a bunt attempt is not successful.
So that's
and that is strike 2.
back-to-back showing bunt, trying to bunt a little bit, just couldn't quite get one he could put a bat on.
And over but low, ball 1. Breeden's count now at a ball and 2 strikes. So a strikeout, but a pass ball. Kermickel's at second. Easton with a walk. He's at first. A 1-2 pitch to Breeden. Swing and a miss. Good cut, but strike 3. First out here in the top of the 3rd inning. It's the 8th strikeout of the game for Mark Mendez. As it brings into the plate now Marshall Weber, Olney's first baseman here today. His first at bat in the tournament, as a player on the field. And he takes strike 1. He hits from the left side. Takes ball 1 outside to even the count. Weber had that big 6th inning hit last night. He was 1 for 2 in the game yesterday at the plate. He checks his swing and takes a pitch high for ball 2. Good check.
That left-handed swing, Mark, could come into play. The first baseman having to play a little closer to the bag to keep a hold of Easton at first base.
And the next pitch is low for ball 3. By the way, we're featuring Miller Madden at this bio sheet reading. Millie is his nickname, 11 years old. And a swing and a miss for strike 2. Bo Madden, Megan Madden, parents, Jeff and Jackie Madden, grandparents, Dennis and Kathy Conley, grandparents as well. And there's strike 3 called. Boy, high strike called right at the letters. That is out number 2. Runners at second and third. David Fleming will step in, the right fielder for Olney, hitting from the right side. And the first pitch for Mendez, swing and a miss, strike 1. Madden's siblings include Mabry and Miles. Favorite color green, favorite food sushi. Likes the Dodgers. Shohei Ohtani is his favorite player. And a foul ball down the first base line off the bat of Fleming will bring the count to 0-2. Favorite subject in school for Madden, PE, and he'd like to be a Major League Baseball player, future career. There's a base hit into right field. They could have maybe had the player first should the first baseman have been there, but a base hit nonetheless. And Fleming is aboard. He just reached out, poked that into right field.
Yeah, and that's just kind of what you need to do now. You flip the lineup over. You got Adler back up. See if he can kind of settle in and get you something going offensively. Get a run across, and you just start clawing your way back into it.
Bases loaded with 2 outs. And Widener will take the first pitch for a strike. Again, a left-handed batter. Only threatening here in the top of the 3rd, trailing by 3. And a good cut. He fouls it off to the left side off the front part of the dugout down the third base line.
That cut had damage written on it. He was right on it, just kind of off the end of the bat, and shot it towards that first base dugout or third base dugout.
So he's in the hole here now at 0-2. And Kermickle at third with Easton at second. Fleming at first. 2 away. 0-2 pitch. Over but low, ball 1. Catcher really framed that. He was wanting to call. Good eye by Widener. And the next pitch. Fouled again, nearly the same place. To the left side, off the screen. Count stays at a ball and 2 strikes.
One thing to note, Mark, the Burbank America pitcher, where he's up to 53. This will be the 54th pitch of the ball game.
And the next delivery. Gets away from the catcher, but all the runners will stay put.
That's the short backstop there that came into play. There's not much room to steal on that one, or steal that base on that one.
Yeah, and with 2 outs, Coach Madden holding Kermickle at third. So a 2-2 count. Mendez is set, and here's his next delivery to Widener. High, ball 3. Count will be full.
Batters will be running on this one too, Mark. Full count, 2 outs.
Yep. Big opportunity here for Olney. Down by 3 in the top of the third. And the full count pitch. Low, ball 4. Good at bat by Widener.
Really important at bat there for Olney. Now you got to run across. Now you've got a chance to start working your way back into this one. You're a base hit away from tying it.
So an earned run, only a second walk allowed by Mendez, and that will bring Coach Kopp out of the dugout. And we talks to everybody on the infield. So an RBI single, only gets, or hit that walk. So only gets on the board, trailing now 3-1.
And that will chase the starter out. He'll revert back to the 50 on his pitch count, so he's going to be able to have to sit for a couple of days, but they could bring him back on Wednesday if they get to that point.
So we'll see who we have coming in to pitch. Looks like a lefty. Number 2 is grabbing the ball. And let's see, that would be Marcio Benulis, who was at first base.
Those 56 pitches. New pitcher for Burbank, number 2, Marco Benuelos.
So Benuelos will be a left-handed pitcher. Let's see, they'll switch. Gardunio at third base will move over. Well, we don't know yet. They're still talking. But yeah, big opportunity here, Josh, especially now you got a new pitcher coming in. Kind of, I won't say cold, but as far as being on the mound, you know, a new position and a good opportunity for Madden, Miller, Hatton, and Houchin maybe to follow.
Yeah, and like you said, just get the one. You can start clawing your way back after that. You got to get one to start working your way back in.
So Mendez will be completely out of the game as he goes to the dugout. And it will be Gardunio moving to first base. No, Mendez stays in. He is actually going to third. Everyone else will stay the same. Dallas Sr. at second, Diaz at short. So the first pitch in from Benuelos, ground ball, 1 hopper right to first base. Wow, a well-hit ball. Good play by Benuelos. And Olney's retired, but they pick up the 1 run. They do it on no hits. There was 1 error, a couple of walks, and 3 stranded. And now a 3-1 score going to bottom of the third with Burbank America on top. Illinois. Mitchell resumes pitching on the mound for Olney. They'll face the 2, 3, and 4 hitters due up here for Burbank American. They lead it 3-1 here in the bottom of the third. And the next pitch in is a ball. That was after a first pitch strike. At the plate, Raiden Soto, a strikeout victim in the first inning. That was to Laughlin, who pitched the first inning for Olney. Mitchell's next pitch low in the dirt. Good stop by Houchin. 2 balls and 1 strike.
And a big inning here for Olney. You got to run back. You need to really keep this thing at a 2-run deficit. Don't want to let Burbank kind of start stretching their lead out again.
Yeah, a good pitch there. Swinging through it with Soto. And that evens the count 2-2. He's a left-handed hitter. Mendez, previous starting pitcher, is on deck. 2-2 pitch over but low for ball 3. And a 3-2 count. Sunshine trying to peek through the clouds here at Washington Park in Peru, Illinois. And a foul back. Count stays full. On the defense with Easton, Laughlin, and Fleming in the outfield from left to right. Infield of Hatton, Madden, Widener, and Weber. And there's a little pop out. Thought he grabbed it before the ground, maybe not, but nonetheless, Widener, a good play as he tossed out the runner. Fielded it right at the ground level.
And really heads up play by Adler. He's played some center field. He started at third yesterday. Pitched yesterday as well. So if somebody can move around a little bit.
And here's Mendez stepping in. Fouls back, first pitch, strike 1. He doubled and scored in his first at bat, had an RBI. Got the sunglasses on. And he steps back in, bases empty, 1 gone here in the bottom of the third. Here's Mitchell's 0-1, grounded left side foul, just past head coach Kopp. And Mitchell has him in the hole now at 0-2.
If you can get him out quicker on a couple, 2 or 3 pitches, set yourself up for a quick inning, get the bats back out there that started to get a little momentum. Even Miller's last at bat, he hit it sharply right to first.
Gardunio is on deck. And the 0-2 pitch here to Mendez. Swing, another foul left side. Still an 0-2 count. All-Stars will change locations tomorrow evening. They'll be at Utica, then back here with their final of first 4 games at Peru. They have to be in the top 4 of the 13 teams involved. There's a pop-up, foul ball out of play to the left side.
That's why this game could be important, Mark, because there's already 5 teams with 2 wins.
Yep. And selecting only the top 4, that's tough. Pitch is inside. Mendez turns away from it. And a new ball back out to Mitchell. Next pitch is outside. Ball 2. That will now even up the count at 2-2. Base is empty and 1 out. And your 2-2 pitch. Outside low, ball 3. Mendez will step back in and await the payoff pitch. And Mitchell is set. Here's the delivery. Ground ball to third. Good play by Hatton. Drug him off the bag, but they're going to say he tagged him. Not sure, but we'll take it.
I mean, I think he got him on the swing. He got the jersey. I don't know if he got much of him, but I think the glove tip may have got him on the jersey.
An excellent play by Weber. Marshall fielded it towards the home plate side of first base, swung the glove around, just got a piece of the runner, Mendez, for out number 2.
Clark Gardunio.
And boy, that was a hot shot that Hatton fielded on 1 hop. He had no time to think. He had to throw it.
Yep.
They appeal it, and the umpires agree that it was an out.
I mean, the one thing I will say, this first base umpire down here, he was on it. He pointed at the tag. He was very sure of his call.
And the first pitch is a base hit into right field. Good job by Fleming. He got to it quickly, tried to throw the runner out at first, but Gardunia was already on the bag, and he gets a 2-out hit.
Made that one close.
Yes. Only the third hit of the day for Burbank. And the first pitch in to Alexandro Rubalcaba, who reached on an error and was stranded in the first, is a strike. Next pitch high, ball one, and a 1-1 count.
Runner at first is getting almost in territory where you'll see Curtis Houchin fire one down to first base. He's got a strong arm behind the plate.
And there's a high fly ball is going to be foul just behind the Olney dugout down the first base line. So no ball, or rather 1-ball, 2-strike count to Rubalcaba. While the senior is on deck. Pitch high outside. That'll even the count at 2-2. Runner at first, 2 outs. The right fielder, Rubalcaba, at the plate, and he rips a deep one. That's pretty much out of here. A 2-run shot on a 2-2 count for Rubalcaba. And he gives Burbank America a 5-1 lead.
And that one hurt. I mean, you have a chance to get out of the inning, not allow any runs, and one gets away from you.
Yeah, and a no-doubter on that swing. I mean, yesterday we seen a home run, of course, by Bodie Kermichael, and it was high and deep. But that one there was a no-doubter.
Now you could tell just watching Archer there in center field. He turned around, he took about a step and a half, and then he knew there was no point in going much farther than that.
Put his hands up and said adios on that one. So tip your cap. Good hit there by Rubalcaba. Stepping in, Bella Senior, he walked and was stranded in the first. First pitch, a ball. Now a shot down the left. Ryan is going to be caught in the shallow right field by Adler Widener. Well, he had a bead on it all the way, Josh, right in front of us here. Makes a nice catch for out number 3. But 2 runs, 2 hits, no errors, nobody left. We've played 3. And it's now Burbank America on top, 5-1. Back to Peru, Illinois. It'll be Olney to the home plate with the 3, 4, and 5 hitters due up here in the top of the 4th. First pitch is high for ball 1 to Mason Hatton. Mason leading off with Houchin and Laughlin to follow. And a swing and a foul back to the screen. It'll be a 1-1 count. They still have winners, Soto and Rubalcaba in the outfield from left to right. Mendez now at third with Diaz, Bellasenor, and Garduño at first base. Catching still Zaragoza for Burbank America. Swing and a miss on what looked like maybe an off-speed pitch. Now Hatton is in the hole with a 1-ball, 2-strike count. And the pitch. Swing and a foul back. Good cut.
It just has to stay alive here. I mean, again, you gave up the 2 runs. You got to get yourself right back in this game. Your bat started to hit a little bit better to start that or to end that 3rd inning. You're not out of it. You got to keep clawing your way back into it.
And back on the hump is Bedolis, and a swing and a miss for strike 3. So Hatton down on a strike.
Out, bringing up number 5.
One away here in the 4th, brings in Curtis Houchin. Again, a big thanks to all of our fine sponsors. You can view that list in between half innings. To everyone here on the Olney Sports Broadcasting YouTube channel. Big thanks, of course, to Drew and Taryn Bunting for making it work. Appreciate their support and all our great sponsors. Pitch coming in to Houchin. Here's the ball at second pitch.
Burbank
count.
America's looking at a 3-0 record to start this. If they can end this game and go 3-0, they're sitting in the catbird seat of clinching a top 4 seed.
Yep. Off-speed delivery, misses outside. And Houchin has a 3-0 count to work with at the plate. Hit the ball well a couple times yesterday. The cleanup hitter in the extended lineup, he takes ball 4. 4-pitch walk for Houchin.
Curtis walks, bringing up number 8.
That's the
Archer Laughlin.
second walk allowed by Bedolis since he's been on the mound. And brings into the plate now Archer Laughlin. First pitch at the knees for strike 1. Houchin trying to raise a little havoc over at first.
I think he gets that from his mother.
Think. Plus, he watches everybody else do it when he's catching. He draws a throw down, but back in there safely. Laughlin at the plate with Lucas Mitchell on deck. And there's a pop-up, shallow center
trouble.
field. It's going to be caught.
What
Wow.
a catch. No, they say he dropped it. They say he dropped it.
Wow.
I thought he caught that one.
Yeah. Sure looked like it caught too, but I'm going to say he rolled, but it doesn't matter. I mean,
They got the out anyway, so you trade one guy at first base no matter what.
Yeah. Whether he caught it or not, it was a heck of a play by the center fielder, Raiden Soto. So Houchin will be out on the 4th out. So instead of an out, it'll be
Fielder's
will be-
choice.
Yeah, fielder's choice for Laughlin. On the 8 unassisted put out because he ran in and touched the bag. Right by us, foul ball, strike 1 to Lucas Mitchell. He's trying to wake up the announcers.
It was right there, Mark. I jumped for it, but I think I pulled a muscle, so you're on the rest of the day.
The next one is in play and a base hit. Try to get the runner at second, but sliding in safely is Laughlin. So Mitchell with a base hit. That's a well-hit ball
Bodie Kerwinkle.
to the left field side of center. And guess who coming up? He could make this an interesting game with one swing. Did it yesterday. Bodie Kermichael. First pitch, swing, miss, strike 1.
But the worst thing he could do is try to uncork one here.
Yep. Strike 2. Shout out to great grandma Linda back in Richland County. And we have a time called.
Might try to get a runner here for Lucas Mitchell at first base since he's pitching now.
Yep.
Yes, we will.
Bo Matton, the third base coach. Coach Willie at first base. And bring in Hatton to run for Archer Laughlin. Or no, excuse me, for Mitchell, excuse me. Laughlin is at second. Kermickle at the plate. 2 away. Next pitch, grounded to the third baseman. He'll choose to go to first. High throw, but they get him out. A good stretch by Gardunia. No runs, a hit. Couple of stranded. Go to the bottom of the fourth. Burbank America still on top 5-1. And we're back here to Peru, Illinois, the 12 and under state Little League tournament on Olney Sports Broadcasting on YouTube. Big thanks to our sponsors. Back to the mound will be Lucas Mitchell for Olney. Here in the bottom of the fourth, he'll face Diaz, Winters, and Zerzinski. First pitch fouled back. Diaz walked and was stranded in his first at bat. He's a shortstop for Burbank America. 5-1 lead for the Burbank team. Bottom of the fourth, a line drive snagged by Weber. Well, he's played some good first base here today. Snagged that one. Of course, he's a left-handed thrower, so he had the glove out already. Didn't have to go across his body, but made a nice play to his right for a line drive out number 1.
Important to get that first out of the inning.
Now a ground ball to Weber. He'll field it, step on the bag, quickly 2 away. And it brings in Matthew Zerzinski, who walked and scored in the second inning. First pitch from Mitchell, low, ball 1.
Again, an important part of the game here, Mark. You know, Burbank's done a good job of keeping Olney at arm's length throughout this ball game. If Olney can keep this at a game where you can start clawing away, maybe get a run or two in the top of the fifth and keep it close, you never know what's going to happen in the sixth.
Yep. You know, the next pitch fouled back. Just got a piece of it. And a 1-1 count to Zerzinski, non-field player, as he bats in the number 9 slot. Base is empty, 2 gone here in the bottom of the fourth. Next pitch, foul tip.
Good pitch there by Lucas. Kind of got him out in front a little bit and just couldn't quite get it to miss the bat.
Yep, so he's in the count here now at 1-2. Could be a short pitch count for Webb or for Mitchell. Houchin calls time. He goes out to talk to his battery mate.
The one thing you really got to like, and somebody who Cardinal fan, watched a lot of Yadier Molina growing up, Curtis Houchin, especially for a 12U All-Star, does a really good job of kind of managing the game from behind home plate, calls pitches, he knows kind of when to go out and talk to his guy on the mound.
Yeah. So the next delivery, look a little off, and it's high for ball 2. So 2-2 count.
I think in a good spot with 2 strikes.
Yeah, yeah. And the righty brings the next one in, outside low, ball 3. Dorian Sandate, another non-field player, is on deck for Burbank, America. So full count for Mitchell up against Zerzinski. Both players are ready. And the payoff pitch, foul back. A little better cut than he had the previous two fouls. Nonetheless, same result, still a 3-2 count. Wind picking up a little bit, sun trying to come out. On this Sunday, there's a shot into right field.
Good play.
And it's caught. Nice play by David Fleming. Went down to a knee, not necessarily had to, but a nice play. And retired in order, Burbank America. 3 up, 3 down. Good pitching by Mitchell. We go to the fifth. It's still a 5-1 lead for Burbank America. Back to the 12 and under Illinois All-Star State Little League Tournament. We're in Peru, Illinois, in Washington Park. You're on the Olney Sports Broadcasting YouTube channel. Top of the fifth we go. Olney will have Easton, Breeden, and Weber to the plate. And the first pitch to Easton, a called strike one. Rhett walked and was stranded in that third inning, where Olney scored their lone run so far of the game. And a swing and a miss, strike two. An 0-2 count. To the Olney left fielder, Rhett Easton. Next pitch from the lefty, a swing and a miss. And he struck him out. Still on the mound is Marco Benulis. And it brings in Ledger Breeden. By the way, the 11-year-olds are trailing after 4 innings, 7-2, as they play in Hinsdale, also with an 11 o'clock game. They started that game with a 1-1 record. They are playing Clear Ridge in that contest. There's a foul tip for strike one. At the plate, Ledger Breeden. Hitting with the bases empty, 1 out here in the fifth. Olney, as Josh indicated, needs to chip away at that 4-run lead. Had a big opportunity in the third. There's a swing and a miss for strike two. And a 1-ball, 2-strike count.
Several different arm angles here from the left-hander for Burbank America. He's got a little sidearm action there on that last one. He's kind of got a little bit of a wiggle to his wind-up over the top there.
And the next pitch is inside, back to the screen for ball two. And a 2-2 count. The 10 and unders, their team, playing at Blue Island, won their game yesterday, but they're not in action until 1:30 this afternoon. Here the 12 and under squad trailing 5-1. And a swing and a miss. And Breeden is down on strikes as the Burbank American pitching staff continues to control this game.
Like I said just about an inning ago, Mark, they're sniffing a chance to put themselves in a great position to play on Wednesday.
So brings in Marshall Weber. He's provided us with some really good plays defensively at first base. And he'll try to get on base with 2 gone here in the top of the 5th inning. First pitch, strike one on the outside corner. He's a left-handed hitter, left-handed batter. Next delivery. Well, he couldn't hardly time that one, a little bit off. Looked like an off-speed delivery and an 0-2 count to Weber. Next pitch, low, outside, ball one. And a 1-ball, 2-strike count. We're in the 5th inning. Next delivery to the plate. High, ball 2. 2-0 count. Olney with a win at the district, ending a 4-win string of victories for Robinson. Trying to show good here in the 12 and under state tournament. Olney and Robinson each with 9 district victories in the past 35 years. And the pitch is just outside, ball 4. Good hustle by Weber. He draws a 2-out walk.
David Fleming had a good hit, kind of poked it the other way in that back in that 4th inning, or 3rd inning, excuse me. Comes up a chance again to keep an inning alive.
Yep, he has one of Olney's only 2 hits on the day. And the pitch behind the batter gets away by the catcher. Weber quickly trotting down to second base.
Advancing on a wild pitch has not happened a ton here today.
No. Count them on one hand. And the 1-0 pitch. High, ball 2. That might be enough just to kind of rattle the pitcher.
And it wipes away the force out at second base, too.
And the pitch from Benolis. Ooh, a high strike. And a 2-ball, 1-strike count. So Weber with the 2-out walk. Now at second on the wild pitch. Swing, good cut, fouled back, strike 2. 2-2 count to Fleming. Leadoff batter Adler Widener is on deck. Olney trying to erase a 4-run deficit here in the top of the 5th inning. In the pitch, swing and a miss, he got it. Olney wastes a 2-out walk with no runs, no hits, no errors, 1 stranded. Go to the bottom of the 5th, Burbank, America. Still leading Olney 5-1. You're watching Olney Little League Baseball action in the state tournament from Washington Park, Peru, Illinois. And the Olney Sports Broadcasting YouTube channel, courtesy of Drew and Taryn Bunting and all our great sponsors. And the first pitch in from Mitchell. Leadoff hitter Blake Zaragoza fouls it back out of play for strike 1.
And bottom 3rd here, 10, 11, 12 due up, but they have done some damage. There's a double, there's a reach on an error by a couple of those guys already.
And the next pitch is strike, so a 0-2 count. As we're in the bottom of the 5th, and just got a piece of it. That is still an 0-2 count for Mitchell on the mound for Olney. Leading off at the plate for now pop up out of or in field territory, but foul ball is caught by Weber. And out number 1.
An important out number 1 here for Lucas. Try to get through another inning just to get your bats out there and not have to overcome as big of a deficit. A 4-run deficit is not fun in the final inning, but we watched earlier today. It's doable.
It's doable. So Sungate pops out foul territory to Weber, who's been very busy. I think it's his third assist in a row, or maybe 3 out of the last 4.
Yeah, had a line out he caught. He had 3 unassisted on a tag out at first, a line out to right, and then he caught the pop up.
So he's taking care of 3 of the last 4. It brings in to the plate left-handed hitting Marco Benuelos, the pitcher, strikeout victim in his first at bat. And he's got a 1-ball, 1-strike count. Next pitch, inside low, ball 2. So 1 away here in the bottom of the 5th. Next delivery, just outside for a ball. And a 3-1 count. Base is empty, 1 away. Alfredo Baez on deck. Then it's back to the top of the lineup. And a swing and a miss. Strike 2.
And those 3-1 pitches, a lot of times those are going to be your best pitch you might see your whole at-bat. So we've seen several hitters the last few days use that as your, I'm going to swing for the fences here.
And a well-hit ball, base hit into right field. Just out of the reach of Widener. Fleming tracks it down, so a 1-out single for Benuelos. And it appears he's going to run for himself. Baez Jr. will step in. He hits from the right side, reached on an error and was stranded. In his first at bat, ball gets away from Houchin, and Benuelos will make his way down to second base on a wild pitch.
He read that one well and was running with that one.
So he's at second as Burbank America tries to add to their 5-1 lead here in the bottom of the 5th. There's a check swing, popped up, and Houchin will catch it nearly right in his crouching position. Stands up and catches it right out behind home plate in foul territory. That's not an easy play.
No, not an easy play, and it didn't really pop high, so it was had to really locate that one quick and get yourself in position to catch it. And you did a really good job, and now put yourself in a position to get out of this inning. The guy at the plate has walked and grounded out.
Yep, it's Blake Zaragoza. And first pitch, a strike. Cut the outside corner, taking all the way. That's where the runner at second, 2 away here in the bottom of the 5th. Mitchell will set, check the runner, pitch, grounded to third, 2-hopper for Hatton. Throw the first is in time.
Ooh.
A good job by Weber holding on. Got hit in the head by the runner accidentally, but he held on to it for the 5-3 put out. So no runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 left. We played 5, still 5-1, Burbank on top. Back to 12-year-old under Little League All-Star game for the Olney and Richland County players here at Peru, Illinois. They are at the plate here in the top of this 6th inning, and they need some runs. Josh Brown trailing 5-1.
Yeah, I mean, like I said earlier, we saw this happened just the game before us. You know, River Forest had dominated that game, only allowed maybe a run going into the 6th inning, and Beardstown mounted a rally. They got some guys on base, they put some pressure on, and then everybody gets a little tight when you get to those last 3 outs.
You've got a score for us, I think, from the 11 and unders.
Yeah, they got beat today, 7-2 earlier today.
So they're back in action tomorrow, I believe, at the Hinsdale location. And they are now 1-2 in their particular tournament. 10-year-olds will play at 1:30 this afternoon, going in with a 1-0 mark up in Blue Island. So for Olney here, it'll be the top of the lineup: Widener, Madden, Hatton, Halton, if anyone reaches. Back to the mound will be Benuelos. First pitch is strike one.
Well, the only guys are going to have to rattle some bats here. They're going to have to try to get on base. They're going to have to try to find a way to just push action here and make something happen offensively.
Next pitch, a ball. It's a 1-1 count. Widener, the leadoff batter for Olney, ducks away from the pitch, although drops in for a strike. At the belt, he's in the hole, 1-2. And the next pitch, outside, ball 2, and a 2-2 count. So Olney ended the 4 consecutive run by Robinson winning the district. This is only the 5th year that Little League has went without any sub-state play or section play. They tagged the runner. The umpire called it a ball.
Yeah, I think the catcher thought he offered at the pitch, so he tagged him out.
There's a ground ball right back to the pitcher. Benuelos gets it over to Gardenia, and Widener out on the 1-3 putout. So one away. Miller Madden will step in. Olney won the district and section tournament in 2021. First time since they won it all back in 2015. Strike one, followed by ball 1 and a 1-1 count to Madden. The 2015 squad went 9-1, Josh. And a shot by Madden into right center. He rounds first, heading for second. Here comes a throw, and he's safe. The ball beat him, but he slid under the tag, which is often the case, Josh.
Yeah, and like I said, forcing action, trying to make another team make a play, and Miller was running all the way. He was going 2, thinking 2 the whole way.
So a 1-out double brings in Mason Hatton. Scoring opportunity for Olney here in the top of this 6th inning. Final inning of regulation. Hatton takes ball 1. Right-handed hitter. Left-handed pitcher is Benuelos. And there's ball 2 outside. They went to the Great Lakes Region Tournament in Indianapolis, beat Michigan, lost to Wisconsin and Ohio, but what a team that was, 2015, a state tournament victory for the Olney All-Stars.
2 Hall of Famer coaches on that staff as well, Andy Julian, Rob Flanagan, 2 guys at Hall of Fame have won more games than people can count.
Yep. Yep. Swing and a miss for strike 2. 2-2 count.
That's your all-time leading baseball winner, all-time leading basketball coach in wins, both on the same coaching staff.
Yeah. Yep, they did a good job. We had the opportunity to call those games in Indianapolis. Ground ball to third. They look the runner back, and he throws it wild. Madden will now make his way to second, or the third, rather. And the error on the throw will put runners at first and third for Olney.
Again, Mark, that's kind of what I mentioned. Just make them have to make a play. Heads-up play by Miller there at second base. He kind of really distracted the third baseman just enough. Looks down, and Mason's picking him up and putting him down. He must get the speed from his mom running down the base pass.
And the first pitch right at the knees for strike 1, Curtis Halchin, who, again, we said hit the ball well yesterday. Really all the Olney guys contacted the ball well yesterday in their game. Next pitch, hitting on the leg. And he'll go to first, and that'll load him up. Hit by pitch, Halchin. It'll be Archer Laughlin at the plate, looking for the big hit. brings a tying run to the plate.
And who better to be at the plate than the guy on the downside of this game if it doesn't go for Olney? Archer was a starter today, kind of struggled a little bit early, settled in towards the end of that inning, and now he's got a chance to do some damage.
And Burbank America will go to their bullpen, so to speak. They'll bring in the center fielder, Raiden Soto, to become the third pitcher of the day.
And again, you look at Little League, and again, it's something where they're 12-year-olds. You got to try to make them make a play. The third baseman there on the error earlier in the inning, it wasn't that he was doing anything necessarily wrong. He was making sure the guy didn't take third on him. Then he kind of looked up and realized he had to get the throw off a little bit quicker, and it just sailed on him a little bit. But that's how quick things can snowball at this level.
Well, and, too, they're sitting back cruising literally through the first 5 innings, and they're thinking the 6th is going to be the same.
But then you also got to go back to this thing. Miller Madden taking second base on the bang-bang play that the second batter of the inning to put the ability to get in a position to where that next ground ball to third base let him try to deke the runner or deke the fielder a little bit to take some attention away from him. That's just little things that you do at this level that can really cause some trouble here. So a chance for Archer to keep that momentum going. Archer's got a chance to do something. Lucas Mitchell, again, guy who's thrown a lot of pitches today as well. Those two guys are looking to try to maybe get themselves in a position, get the team in a position to maybe upset Burbank America, who's undefeated so far at the tournament.
Yeah, and not only that, but then waiting on or in the hole is Bodie Kermickle.
Yes.
Who did some damage yesterday at the plate. So another left-handed pitcher. It'll be Raiden Soto moving in from center field. First pitch is in at the knees, strike one. Gets away from the catcher, but not enough for any advancement. Olney has Madden at third, Hatton at second, Houchin at first.
Really good leads from the guys on base as well. Had a good read on the ball and didn't want to risk taking it out at the plate.
Olney trailing 5-1 here in the top of the 6th. Laughlin at the plate, awaits the 0-1. High, ball one, 1-1 count.
Again, Miller over at third base, kind of just getting a glance on them. He's getting a big jump over at third, trying to maybe force another throw here. Make Burbank America have to think a little bit.
And the 1-1 delivery. It's high, ball two, gets away. They're going to try to score, and he is safe. Slid in before the tag. So Madden is safe on the wild pitch and score. Makes it a 5-2 lead.
And that was, again, Miller had a great lead, had a great read on that ball getting past the catcher, and he was going from the minute that ball got past him.
Another big thing is this erases an opportunity for a double play.
Or a force out at the other bases.
At a force out at any of the bases. As runners move up to second and third, that's Hatton at third and Houchin at first. Tying his shoe, pitcher Soto will come back on top. It's high for a ball. That's ball four.
Yes. I thought that was ball three.
Yeah, I thought that was just ball three.
And we'll take that one.
We'll take it. We were lackadaisical. So a big at walk there, big at bat, and brings in Mitchell, bases loaded. Reinstates that opportunity, though, for a force out, maybe double play.
Tying run on the bases now, Mark.
That's right. Olney down to the final 2 outs. And the first pitch is high. Lucas Mitchell has one of the now 3 hits in this game for Olney. He's at the plate. Big spot here. Kermickle on deck. Left-hander pitch from Soto. Strike one. Right at the belt. 1-1 count.
A needed strike there for Soto. He's kind of had a couple of wild, one to maybe settle him down to get a strike call.
Only threatening here in the top of the 6th inning. Down by 3. Foul ball. Good cut. Near us, off to the right side from the first base dugout. He's in the hole now at 1-2. He's going to have to guard that plate. Olney with a double, an error, hit by pitch, a walk, a little bit of everything, even a wild pitch in there. And the next pitch is a called ball 2. And a 2-2 count. Only trying to erase the 5-2 lead by Burbank America. The 2-2 pitch. Ground ball. Third baseman stabbed it. Taps on third. Tags a runner at home. And that's a game-ending double play. Wow. Tailor-made. Beautiful play. Third baseman, the starting pitcher, Mendez, stepped on the bag for the force out. Had to get the tag at home, and they did. It was a 5 unassisted to 2 double play. And Olney gave it a valiant effort, but comes up short by the score 5-2. We'll take a short break. We'll be back to talk it over in a moment. This is Olney Little League Baseball.
You're back. You're back.
Back here to Peru as the Olney All-Stars take a tough loss, Josh, following the score 5-2 to a very good Burbank America squad.
Yeah, and some storylines you got to keep an eye on here. You go back to that big 2-run home run that put Olney in a bigger deficit in the latter half of that game. Just unfortunate circumstances on a ball to center field, which I thought the center fielder made a tremendous catch on. That was ruled a base hit. Olney could have had 2 guys on. Just unfortunate circumstances, but really good play for Burbank America. They were kind of on their heels and made a really good play to settle things down to end the ball game.
Yeah. Well, of course, a winning Burbank America team going to 3-0. They scored their 5 runs on 5 hits. They stranded 5. There were 2 Olney errors. The Olney All-Stars come up with 2 runs on 3 hits. They strand 6. And 2 errors also by Burbank America. It drops Olney down, unfortunately, to 0-2 in the tournament. Well, Burbank America, as we said, now at 3-0 among, at the start of the day, among 4 teams that were undefeated so far in this tournament.
Yeah, and you're really behind the 8 ball. You know, you always talk about you need a lot of help here or there and in different sporting circumstances. You hear it a lot in, like, March Madness. If a team upsets somebody in a conference tournament, oh, you need help. This team needs to get in. This team needs to do something. But, you know, Olney's got, at best, can win 2 games in these preliminary games. So you got 1 team already at 3-0. The most they can lose is 1. You got 4 other teams at 2-0, and you're going to be really hoping for a lot of help from some other teams coming up too.
Well, our schedule has us back in action. The Olney All-Stars will be back in action tomorrow evening, a 5:45 game. A different location at Utica at Cary Field as they'll take on Bell Park. It'll be a 5:45 game. Josh and I will be there for you here again on the Olney Sports Broadcasting YouTube channel. And then Tuesday, final game as far as the first 4 are concerned. Olney will play Beardstown. That'll be back here at Peru with also a 5:45 start. And then hopefully in the final 4 with all 3 of those games to be played next Wednesday.
The other 11 a.m. game, I was able to get a score on it. Western Springs, a run rule win. So now you've got 2 teams sitting 3-0 already in these preliminary games. And that's, you really start seeing the avenue to get into Wednesday get a little thin.
The 11-year-olds unfortunately lost their game earlier. They're back in action tomorrow. They're setting at 1-2 in their tournament. 10 and under squad from Olney is 1-0 with a win yesterday. They'll play at 1:30 this afternoon up in Blue Island, and of course we'll keep you updated as we return action for you on Monday. So valiant effort, Josh, but a little short.
Yep, both days had tying run on base both days. These last 2 days, just couldn't push it across.
Yep. And again, we would not be here if it wasn't for all of our great sponsors.
Yeah, a bunch of really good people, really good businesses and all that jumped on board for this, and nobody more so than Drew and Taryn, those guys. They do a lot for everybody. They do make a really good piggy mac, so if anybody does want to deliver that to me, that option is still available.
Yeah.
But they do a lot of work, not only at the food truck with Smoking Pig or the Only Sports Broadcasting. They do a lot for people in the community as well.
Yeah, plus their restaurant down in Graybill is not too shabby as well. So a big thanks, as you said, to Drew and Taryn, to all of our great sponsors. Josh and I will be back on Monday. And a big thanks for everyone who tuned in today to the Olney Sports Broadcasting YouTube channel.